These are tough times, but Australians are tough people and we're resilient people. I've spoken this morning again, been in contact with Queensland, with New South Wales. I spoke with the Mayor of Lismore, Steve Krieg. He spoke about what a tough night he's had with himself and his partner. They are still in recovery mode. They've had hit after hit after hit there in that local community. But they are tough. It ended up being a discussion about how they were preparing and how positive he was that they had put everything in place that they could. At the worst of times, we always see the best of Australian character. I said yesterday that there were no political parties in this process and there are no borders. Tropical Cyclone Alfred certainly does not recognise any borders, and nor should the government's response. And that is why I know that Premier Minns and Premier Crisafulli are in lockstep as well going forward, as are the three levels of government working together, and through the national coordination mechanism out of here, we are assisting with the coordination as well of the private sector as well as the Commonwealth government response. So that includes supermarkets, telcos, banking, freight companies, all of the organisations which will play a role, first in preparedness, then in dealing with the impact of this cyclone, and thirdly in the recovery period which will occur. My message to people, whether they be in South East Queensland or Northern New South Wales, is we are there to support you. We have your back. We respect the work that you are doing in your preparedness, and we know that this is tough times, and that's why every Australian, regardless of where they are in this great country of ours, is thinking of you over the coming period. As Joe indicated, there's been a significant update in where we were from this time yesterday. This time yesterday, it was anticipated that the cyclone would cross into the territory. Land crossing would occur in the early hours of tomorrow morning. It's now anticipated, because it has slowed up somewhat, that will now be at a later time. That's not all good news. It is important to stress it is still anticipated this will cross into land and will reach landfall. It will just do it later. And a risk is, of course, that in slowing up that it increases in its intensity, but at this stage it is still predicted to be Category 2 as it crosses onto land. It is expected to make an impact on Friday. We expect three separate hazards: storm surge and high tides along coastal communities and severe winds as Alfred approaches the coast. Then rainfall and, of course, potential flash and riverine flooding right into the weekend. So it's not just a matter, to put it really simply, it's not a matter of just when the winds die down, everything's then okay. That could be as the waters are rising and flooding is increasing as well.